Good morning and welcome to part 17 of Andrew and the Magic Giveash ometer. As always, you can get the whole book on Amazon, $7.99, in Kindle, $4.99, and if you've got Amazon Kindle Unlimited, you can download it for nothing, which is great, right? Something for nothing. This chapter is called The Whitehouse Brothers. This is not about me and my brother. This is going to be about my dad and his brother, his oldest brother. My parents had a lot of relationship problems, not helped by the fact that they'd only known each other for 2 weeks and 6 days when they got married. They came back from the registry office. She bought him a Ronson lighter and he bought her a 78 RPM recording of Terry Dean singing, "A white sports coat and a pink carnation." And so, the following morning, Lance Bombardier Whitehouse knobbed off to Malaya for 2 years. What a mess. As a result, I used to stay with the grandparents in their local authority maisonette, half a house, every weekend. I used to sleep on the settee, which I turned around to face the wall, whilst they watched telly. I absolutely loved this, but again, with hindsight, a bit weird. What was it that I was being kept away from that my brother and sister weren't? Good times, though. Undeterred by all of this craziness, my dad took to doing up houses. He would buy a house, turn it into a dream home, get bored, and hey presto, we'd be off again. I genuinely have no idea how many primary schools I went to, but it was a lot. And I definitely lived in a lot of very classy houses, but again, how many is anybody's guess. I worked very hard not to repeat history. He's not really a bad person, but he's not a great role model either. Sadly, I can't suppress everything, and bits of old Keith regularly shine through me. For example, I did share the misery of alcohol to help nullify my 1,000 miles per hour ADHD brain. His oldest brother Terry was a very nervous individual with a nasty skin condition, but he had the sharpest, most filterless wit I'd ever seen in my life. Man alive, he was funny. He would say anything for effect. One day in the 70s, our two families were out having a walk when he walked into someone's drive and started blatantly and obviously staring at the house. A lady who was doing the gardening came over and asked, "Can I help you?" "I'm just looking at your house," he replied. "What an ugly house." "My husband built this house." "Well, he's a brat." And on it went. Now, it wasn't that Terry was rude, and he definitely didn't want to hurt anyone's feelings. He just had no filter. I also get the feeling that he got bored easily and liked to spice it up by being outrageous. Nonetheless, he was always my favourite uncle. Yep, plenty of ADHD traits in my family. Just to round off here, I'd like to mention Uncle Herman. My mother's youngest brother Fred married a German lady called Rita. Rita's dad was a veteran of Hitler's Wehrmacht and had served on the Russian front during World War II. We only have to switch on the History Channel to see what a terrible conflict that had been. And poor old Herman was yet another family member to come home from the war with some kind of PTSD. As a kid, I used to point a toy gun at him, and he would put up his hands and say, "Niet Ruski," no Russian. I still regret this. Back in my teaching days, though, I did enjoy teaching about the war in history lessons and telling the kids that I had a relative who fought for the other side. You should have seen their faces. In my family, he was known as Herman the German. Thank you for listening. First day back for a lot of you today. I hope you enjoy it. I hope it goes well. I'm out and about as of tomorrow, although I was doing stuff last week as well. But those of you who know what I get up to, you'll see me around and about. So take care, everybody. Have a beautiful day.